Don't subscribe. If it's your first time here and you just joined, do not subscribe.
Yeah.
First, listen to me. Okay? First, listen to us.
Find out first.
Yes. First, hear us. See, hear how we think, how we speak, what our beliefs are, what our values are, and then you'll make up your mind. But don't subscribe. I commend you, you are not allowed to subscribe right now. You are not allowed to subscribe. Give us a chance. Give us a chance to earn your subscription.
Yes.
Because we want people that are supposed to be a part of the commission. I mean, of the community, of the mission.
The mission is right, yes.
Of the movement, of everything that we do, so that you understand our passion and what we want to accomplish. Okay, let's keep going on. Captain Ibrahim Traoré, like I was saying, is not a puppet.
Definitely not. That is not someone you can call a puppet. A man looking after his country, his people, kicking the West out of his country is not a puppet. That already in itself, telling
Just
the
telling
French
France,
to get out.
Take your troops and go. I don't care if you people have nukes.
Yes.
I don't care if you people have those documents that our founding forefathers signed to say that you have the first right of refusal of any natural resources. No, this gold will no longer go to you. Take your troops and bounce. Yes, I am 34 years old at the time, September 2022.
Yeah.
When the coup happened in Burkina Faso. Captain Ibrahim Traoré was only 34. Now he's 37. He's going to be 38 this year. I don't know the exact date, but it's going to be 38. He's still the youngest president, head of state, captain, role model of Africa.
And
The second youngest president in the world. I don't know who's the youngest in the world, but the youngest in Africa.
Yes. And you can actually see that Ibrahim Traoré is someone who stands for unity. The way that when he even goes to speak to the people, he has his little press conferences or speeches in front of this, he's actually on the same level as them. He's not on a stage.
Yes.
That is what I liked about him.
You mean when he goes out in the community?
Yes.
To mingle with the citizens?
Yes.
The people.
Yeah.
Where the power actually is. He's out here to remind every head of state, whether from Africa or anywhere in the world, that these are the people. The people are the client. You understand, puppets? These puppets have become dictators. By puppets, I mean Paul Biya, the head of state of Cameroon. I mean Paul Kagame. I mean Museveni. I mean Museveni from Uganda, Paul Kagame from Rwanda, Sassou Nguesso from Congo, Brazzaville, Equatorial Guinea, we have the Obiangs.
Oof.
All of those are puppets of note.
To the core.
All of them. Alassane Ouattara from Ivory Coast. How could I forget the biggest puppet of them all? This particular puppet of Ivory Coast is such a puppet that he gets mad. He's angry right now.
No. Why?
At what Captain Ibrahim Traoré is doing.
Oh, yeah, man, of course. He's seeking ways to finish that story, but he's not going to.
There's a comment here that says, we need a president like Traoré in Kenya. How could I have forgotten about Puppet William Ruto? They call him Kasongo.
Zakayo.
The puppet that loves to lie and fly. Every single time William Ruto, the head of state, the puppet of Kenya opens up his mouth to speak on any matter, it's just lies after lies after lies after lies. He believes his own lies first.
He doesn't even know what's the truth anymore. He doesn't even know what it is to be a president of Kenya. No.
That one is a selfish, greedy ass supposed entrepreneur. You understand? Most of these puppets are entrepreneurs. They're not heads of states.
That's true.
That makes sense, huh?
It does.
We are led by entrepreneurs.
Oh, but There's another, if you're saying they are entrepreneurs, there's another marketing scheme going on in Uganda. I don't know if you saw Museveni and the wife.
What's happening?
They took to the stage and they actually apologized to the citizens of Uganda because
I saw that.
Yes, they're sitting there, united front, asking penance from the Ugandan citizens.
Asking what?
Asking forgiveness.
Forgiveness,
Forgiveness, yes.
Forgive us for mismanagement or bad decisions, certain things. I didn't want to follow that shit. I wanted to just scroll. I just said, whatever. You're trying to eat the minds of the African people.
Yes, because election year is coming.
Yes. You know, they want to already come out here and already start to see me as if, you know, we respect you people so much. So we're out here saying, forgive us for the decisions we've made. And because of those supposed decisions, this is why. But forgive us. You see, we respect you, Ugandans.
Yeah. That's why it's a marketing scheme for the business.
Yes. When I saw that, I knew already this here is a freaking... It's a self-benefiting type of tactic here that they are trying here. So I'm not going to pay attention to them. I just scrolled. I don't need this right now. Museveni has to leave Uganda.
Yeah.
The people of Uganda want change, especially the north of Uganda. There's a lot of poverty happening there. People are not happy there.
Yeah.
Yes. So Cameroon, especially, that particular grandpa must go. 92 or 93? He's turning 93.
93. He's turning 93. Yeah.
That guy, he doesn't know Cameroon anymore. I've never, ever seen Paul Biya out on the streets doing the thing, talking to the people.
Like Ibrahim Traoré.
Like you mentioned now, Ibrahim Traoré is humble. He goes out there and he meets the people of Burkina Faso and he shakes the hand and he promises them. He continues to inspire them and motivate them to be strong, continue to be strong. I know we're facing a bunch of freaking terrorists out here around the border in the Sahel here, but stay strong. Be true patriots of Burkina Faso.
Yeah.
The day is coming. We're still fighting for it. It's not easy. Nobody says it will be easy. He's out here making speeches. Even his entourage, when they speak with that spirit of patriotism.
It's true. Huh? It's like pure love for their country.
Yes.
And for positive change to happen.
That's why I was so pissed off when that American came out here, that Michael Langley. The general of Africa, when he came out here to talk crap about the Captain.
Yes.
We didn't mix our words. We came out here and made sure that we denounced everything that particular Langley said. Yes, complete bollocks.
He was just talking a whole lot of crap just to be on TV. Basically to say that he's not hiding from whatever backlash he received over the past weeks before those interviews. He said, I'm not hiding, I'm here.
Yes. Who? That Langley?
That Langley.
But he switched.
Yeah.
Langley came out here to say that Captain Ibrahim Traoré is corrupt and that he's using the proceeds or the benefits, the gratuities of the gold, the natural resources of the country for his own benefit to protect himself. That particular freaking Langley came out here to lie like that. He accused him of being corrupt and then he also said he's not taking care. This is the most stupid, most annoying, aggravating lie that Michael Langley said in that Senate when he was being questioned, to say that he's corrupt, number one, and that he's not using the natural resources of the country for the people. He's not doing anything for the people.
Which, of course, we all know that is crap.
The Burkina Faso are out here saying it's crap.
Yeah, man. The whole world is telling that General Langley it's crap.
The Burkina Faso themselves are out here constructing those roads. The Burkina Faso themselves own shares in those tomato processing factories.
Yes.
They know the truth.
They received all that equipment.
Do you know what I like about Captain Ibrahim Traoré? He's not just leading, he's also reminding the Burkina Faso people about history. He says, this is what they said before. This is how they did in Libya. This is how they did with Thomas. This is the way that they act. This imperialism animal has the tendency to come out here and push wrong narrative like this because they have agendas like these.
Yes.
But don't listen to that. Western media, get the hell up out of here. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's telling the people, he's awakening them also, at the same time taking action to deal with the freaking threats of the terrorists and economically investing in the country to construct a country under construction so that economically the people of Burkina Faso feel dignified.
Yes, he's basically just saying that there are African solutions for African problems. There are no reasons for you to go to the West. There's no reason for you to ask help from anybody else. There is ways that can help the country from within. We can do it ourselves, people.
But the Burkina Faso people are smart. They understand. They know that they have Thomas Sankara-like types of individuals in their country. And they know that they need to continue to fight if ever they should get what they want. Because they know the type of crap infrastructure Burkina Faso has had since France was there. That's supposed freaking France.
They did nothing in that country. All they took was just loot.
France is a leech. France is a leech. The same way France was in Niger, where France was... You see, if they buy that uranium for €1 per kg, and then the same uranium they choose to buy from Canada for €200 a kg, you might as well not mention the €1 that they're giving to Niger. They're stealing. They've been stealing from Niger. I'm not going to entertain that €1 or that €1 or pound or whatever. They were stealing from Niger. They were stealing. That's what that ambassador, when the juntas of Niger said, take your French ambassador out. You guys have to leave. That French ambassador did not want to leave. They kept on saying, no, we don't recognize these junta leaders. We recognize Mohamed Bazoum at the time. Mohamed Bazoum, the ex-president that was ousted in Niger. We only recognize him. That freaking Croissant. You know who's Croissant? Croissant came out here all the time making speeches saying,
Yes.
no, we cannot recognize them. We recognize Mohamed Bazoum. He's the truly elected president or head of state of Niger. These ones are... My friend, get out. When I say get out, get out.
Listen the first time, man. We don't have time for negotiations.
Look here, even a thief of Niger can tell you to get out. Because that a thief... let's talk about Niger. Let's just use Niger as an example.
Yeah.
If a Nigerian is a thief in Niger, that particular Nigerian has more right than any freaking foreigner in that country.
Yeah, of course.
It's his country.
That's my land.
Yes. So when this freaking Croissant was coming out here to say, no, we don't recognize these junta leaders, only Mohamed Bazoum, and we should do everything in our utmost power to make sure that he is reinstated. The crazy part about that particular part was the fact that the ECOWAS nations, led by the godfather himself, the father of corruption in Tinubu, the president of Nigeria, they were actually entertaining the idea of conducting a military operation into Niger to try to go and reinstate Mohamed Bazoum in Niger. Remember that?
I remember that.
Time.
Yeah, France was just giving ECOWAS a hard time. Go and fix it. Go and fix it. Because they take their orders from the European Union anyway.
Do you know what's the other crazy thing? Actually, let's continue on with those puppets of ECOWAS nations. Those ECOWAS nations, they made so many trips to Europe. And I remember to Spain to go and beg for money. You want us to conduct a military operation into Niger to reinstate Mohamed Bazoum, your puppet? France, is that what you want? You need to give us money. You see, African puppets never sleep when it comes to money, huh? The corruption, like I said before, is in the fabric of their veins. Bone corrupt.
They need to up the GDP of their own business.
Even those supposed proteges that are in different houses of representatives.
Yes.
And they are hoping to be part of the House or the Congress or the Senate or whatever, and one day perhaps run for office. They are already learning the tricks of corruption. You understand what I'm saying? No puppet, no one here in Africa, most of them here in Africa, are corrupt to the core. And the reason why we say that, that's why our fight, I don't know if we'll ever achieve victory in our lifetime when it comes to this particular fight of calling out all these freaking corrupt puppets, because it's still the same puppet here. If you start to get too close, you start to rub certain feathers. They have the tendency to come out here and even abduct people, these freaking puppets.
They like to silence people that go against what they are doing. Of course.
Silence is a very, very mild word.
Yeah, I'm putting it mildly.
These freaking puppets, they abduct. You have to use the word abduct. They abduct individuals that are out here trying to expose them of their freaking corruption. They abduct them and people disappear. That shit is going on in Kenya a lot, huh?
Oh, yeah, Kenya. And there's another one that I saw recently also. What was it? Kenya.
But Kenya, though, no. Kenya with William Ruto there. There's so many Kenyans out here complaining. My friends, everybody that's here, thank you for being here. Let's keep talking. If you got some questions, send some super chats. Put it out there. Let me see it light up here. I've got my stuff here. I'll read it. You can participate. Feel free. Do your thing. So, I have some people in Kenya. And then they call me. And then they tell me, this is what Ruto did. This is what Ruto... Actually, there was another kid, a 24-year-old child or whatever guy, boy. That's being almost sentenced here. Huh? They've put a legal case on him because he made a joke about William Ruto.
Oh my God.
He said something about, he published something that showed something like, this is at a funeral of William Ruto.
Oh Lord.
he did a joke like that. The Africans are desperate. The Africans want this freaking puppet out of office. So this kid came out here and did a joke to just say that this is the body of him living the funeral or whatever. And so they arrested him and they're putting the case on him for misinformation.
For misinformation.
Misinformation. Yes, misinformation.
My goodness.
Sure, abductions have been like PE lessons here. See, there's a Kenyan right there.
Like PE lessons.
This is why I love Kenyan people. Kenyan people are real and they are authentic.
Yeah.
They call a spade a spade. They're out here calling their own leaders out. They don't hide. You know, you get some people that are too boastful, sometimes too ashamed of their own country, and they'll just come out here and defend their own country just for the sake of defending. Don't talk crap about my country.
Just because they say, because I am from Cameroon, I'm just going to say, yeah, I love Cameroon. There's nothing wrong with him. Bobby is fine.
Oh, just because I'm from Rwanda, don't talk about my excellency like that.
Yeah.
Even though the whole freaking world knows out here that Paul Kagame, the head of state of Rwanda, is out here committing a freaking genocide in Congo, and don't talk about him. Leave my excellency alone. Go and build your own country. We're busy building here. You understand? Kenyans aren't like that. I love the Kenyan people because they come out here and they call a spade a spade. It's these same Kenyans who I'm sure, if they came out here and saw some crazy crap happening,
yes,
they will tata. They won't keep quiet.
They will tata. They will talk.
They'll talk.
Tata.
Tata is in Xhosa, South African language.
I like what he says here now. That's the Gen Z's verse liberations, bro. We take tear gas like vape.
You just take it. They just take it.
Oh my gosh.
They say, hey, but my friend, be careful. He's about to blow that freaking thing. And don't give a crap.
Stand right here.
I love my country.
I want that guy out of office. Take that Ruto and go.
During that financial bill protest, those Kenyans, they just went for it, huh?
They will run. They will run back, and that they will come right back to where they were and go even further. That's what I saw.
Yeah, but I'm not talking in a small little way. I'm talking about spiritually, mentally deciding to go for it and to stand up for the country. Come hell or high water. You
The way they
understand?
took that building, that gate.
Yeah,
Yo.
but the spirit of we will not tax our freaking diapers. You will not tax our diapers.
Not our sanitary towels.
You
Come on.
you must say you won't text our pads. You have to say it. Yes, women are out here on their periods. You want to text them. Are you out of your freaking mind? You understand? You want to text braid. And all this is because that puppet Zakayo took loans from the IMF and from World Bank, and he couldn't repay it. And so let me take the money from my Kenyans.
On things that they really, really need, they cannot live without. So I'm going to get the money back faster, he thought.
And that Zakayo was always involved with the IMF and certain bureaus.
Yeah.
Even before he was president. Even before he was president, he was already in those corridors of IMF. That one. So you puppets, you don't know how to manage, and then you want to take it out on the people. That's the biggest thing, actually. And it's the same thing. Don't worry, we're still coming back to the Captain. It's impossible to talk about the great achievements of Captain Ibrahim Traoré without having a compass here. The compass is the puppets. You understand what I'm saying? So we have to keep talking about the crapness of the puppets while we continue to, so that we can put it in perspective.
Yeah.
So that you can understand how big and special and amazing what Captain Ibrahim Traoré is doing. It's inspiring us all, the African people, not just the people of Burkina Faso. You understand? Mismanagement, like I was saying.
Yeah.
Puppets don't know how to manage. This is uncensored, okay? Hopefully you guys are mature enough to take it.
You are. They are.
We mean well all the time. Whether you're black or white here, we mean well all the time. Here goes. These black folks, these Africans,
Yeah.
puppets, not all Africans, especially the ones in leaderships in most African countries, are the reason why white people insult us.
I did not know you were going to say something like that.
It's true.
No, but it's true. Yeah.
The reason why
Yes.
they look down on us, on this race, the reason why white folks look down on this race, excuse me, not all white people, calm down, okay? Stay within the context of what we're saying here. The reason why certain white folks, or the reason why some people are so racist, some white folks are racist, is because of these puppets that are leading African nations.
Because the supposed leaders of the African nations, they are so desperate. They will just say yes to anything that the Malungu, the white person, says to them.
Every single time a racist white dude wants to talk bad on another black person, they talk about their country. They'll talk about your country. You understand?
Yeah, that's where the worst is.
And I am not the president of Congo. I don't work in public office. So, but they're viewing me because of my country. That's how much you gotta be pissed off at these freaking puppets that are out here. Corruption. You are stealing. You'll never catch me have respect for any of these freaking puppets. It's a fun fact. Not even fun. It's a fact that Paul Biya is 93.
Yeah.
Just think about that for a second. Let an epiphany hit you right now. He's 93. He's been in power for 43 years.
Yeah.
That's it. What else do you want to say? And the cherry on top is the fact that Cameroonians are still living in poverty. So Cameroonians are still living in poverty. Their president's been in power for 43 years, is 93 years old. No, for 43 years, and he's 93 years old. And guess what else? He's going to run again next year.
He's going to run again next year, but then most of that time he will obviously be in his house in Switzerland. That's it.
Yes, or in France.
Or in France.
Yes. So he's going to run again next year, but he's 93.
What are you going to do? 93 years old, you cannot even hold your body up straight. Your bodily functions are out of control. Come on.
There's another country here that's being mentioned here. Will Ivory Coast have a uprising soon? I will hope so.
Hey, these Ivorians, they are very quiet. We don't hear anything from them on their dislike or their approval of
You mean the people?
The people, the citizens.
There isn't a lot of free speech there.
Yeah, but
Also.
I'm sure that there are other ones out of the country that can actually say, like, hey,
Yes.
that's Ouattara.
Yeah.
Come on.
Those ones are sleeping.
They're not doing anything.
There was only one who was in France who saw Alassane Ouattara. We're talking about the puppet of Ivory Coast, not a president, the puppet. When Alassane Ouattara was in France, one Ivorian who lives in France
Yeah.
just stopped him there. And he told him, keep your hands off Ibrahim Traore. Keep your hands off. An Ivorian is defending the leader of another country to his president.
Yes,
his own
man.
president. He's telling him, you. That's cool, huh? I like
Yeah.
that, huh? Imagine I'm Congolese and I go to a Congolese president and I start telling him, leave the president of Botswana alone. Leave him alone. He's the best president. We love what he's doing. Leave him alone. Hands off. What an embarrassment, huh? What an embarrassment.
You should feel shame. You cannot be walking there with your head up after your own citizen told you that. Keep your hands off another country's president.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Captain Ibrahim Traoré is out here doing exactly that which we want him to do, to continue to stand up tall and strong against all these imperialistic countries. Okay, what is the issue here in Africa? Like I said before, mismanagement is the biggest thing.
Yeah.
That is exactly what is happening in your country. In your South Africa.
Yes, it's definitely.
It's this same South Africa that likes sometimes to think like they're the powerhouse of Africa. You see how they treated their president. You see how they treated your president.
Yay. But shame, my president, he went there and he held himself in a nice way. He was politically correct.
Look here. There's a way for him to have at least represented the people.
Of course.
Cyril Ramaphosa went to that White House, yes, to reset the relationship. Fine. That doesn't stop you from saying, sorry, Mr. President, with due respect, this particular song is a song of liberation. It's a song of struggle. I know it sounds like that, but he didn't even write this song. This song was written by past leaders who fought for freedom in South Africa.
Yeah.
But regardless, your concerns are raised, are taken. When we have a chance to sit down at the luncheon, we can go in details about the many different... Say something.
Yeah.
Say something, Cyril Ramaphosa.
Even if that, I'm sure, even if a response like that would have been done from Ramaphosa, I'm sure that Trump would have taken it badly. Because he doesn't like to be told, as we know.
Who?
That Trump.
That's not telling somebody. That's how, you have to say that. What the hell can you say there?
You never know what can happen because we weren't expecting that movie to be played.
No. He will take it. He will take it. Because you're saying with all, and you have to be calm with it. Don't be like Zelensky. Zelensky was saying, yeah, you have big ocean now, but just wait, you'll see. That's a different
Yes.
Zelensky deserved to be spoken to like that.
Yeah, and then look what he now just did. Yep.
No, wait first before we go there. Zelensky deserved to be spoken to like that.
Yes.
Because there, he truly didn't have any cards.
No.
Right? His freaking country is being run through, and then he gets there to the people you need help from. He starts saying, yeah, when did you give us money? He's basically arguing with the help.
Yeah, that's true.
What
yeah.
the hell are you doing arguing with the help? They sent you $300 billion. What happened? Nothing. But $300 billion. Even when America would send that money like that, some of that money would end up in Congo. Some of that money would buy arms for M23.
Hey.
It will go to France like this detour Poland. You think
Kagame.
they strategically sacrificed Ukraine.
It's just a pawn.
UK. They sacrificed Ukraine there so that back home here, in the Senate, in the Congress, or wherever, they can have a reason to take money out. Take money out. We're sending to Ukraine. It's
They
our ally.
need it.
It's
They
our
need
ally.
it. Yes.
Yeah. And then when it gets there, the moment it just leaves US, when it gets there, that money is going different channels. Bro.
Hey, those routes are just detoured.
Yes, different channels. It's not longer going to that. Even that Zelensky was arguing at times to say, we haven't seen anything yet. We haven't even seen half of that.
Half of that.
But it's been approved months ago.
Trump is just thinking, my papers say this amount went there.
That Poland goes and gives to Rwanda certain arms. And then Rwanda goes and gives to M23 to go and continue with their mess there in Congo. And so that Rwanda can continue to loot the Democratic Republic of Congo and send that natural resources to Poland for dirt cheap. There's so many people in that Europe that are so pissed off at this potential peace deal that could take place between Congo and Rwanda, where America and Congo will enter into a minerals deal. A lot of thieves, a lot of beneficiaries who were benefiting from all that looting are pissed. C'est la vérité, hein? C'est la vérité that we are telling you here.
It's the very truth. Yeah, but that Ramaphosa, he did well, I think. I think he did well.
Look, Ramaphosa did not do well. He reset the stuff, but then he went to go and change that BEE thing. He submitted to them.
Yeah, that stupidity of allowing that fake South African to dictate his own rules when he finally decides to call himself South African out in public. Now he wants to say, okay, alternative measures will be given to Starlink. It's a stupidity that Ramaphosa did. I agree with that.
It's not stupidity.
No, it is stupidity. You should stick to the rules because that 30%...
So he's stupid for not sticking to the rules.
He made it up
He
himself.
wants money.
No, man, that ANC put it in place for a reason.
Which
That
reason?
that 30%.
Look, you see that BEE? To call it spade a spade. I hope you guys know what that BEE means in South Africa.
It's Black Empowerment Equity.
That black whatever employment thing.
Yeah.
Look, you see that thing?
Employment, yeah.
You see that thing? There's a lot of corruption also through that. Look, the white people in South Africa, when they argue against the black folks on a government level, there are certain things when the white folks say they are also right. These people are not completely wrong, huh?
No.
They're not completely wrong just because they own 70% of the country. You understand? One has to do like their research and their findings well. There are certain things that boer, that Afrikaner boer in South Africa says, and he's right. And there's also certain things that this black South Africa says, and he's also right. You understand?
Yeah.
We must come up here and entertain the truth of both sides. You know?
Yeah.
The truth is that black South Africa, this 30 years they've had, since 1994, since Nelson Mandela ushered in democracy,
Yes.
a lot of institutions started doing like crap there. This 30 years, it was 30 years of corruption to the core. Hello, white folks, I'm talking about my black people there in South Africa. Corrupt to the core. Yes. That I said uncensored. Even that white racist guy in South Africa.
Which one?
The white racist boer. He's right when he's saying these black people, they don't know how to govern properly.
Oh, yeah.
They don't know how to manage properly.
You will be asking which one.
Don't just disagree with him. Don't just disagree with him just because he's a white boer. Listen to the truth and then look at the last freaking 30 years of South Africa. All that mismanagement, all that load shedding, all that...
Yeah, that load shedding
There was no water issues. Even till now, look at those townships. Look at those townships in South Africa.
It should not be there anymore. There should be improvement.
It's only growing.
Growing in disaster.
Look at the crime rate. Where's the police there?
Yeah, man. There's also something there was something that happened in KwaZulu-Natal where a drunken white boer he purposefully drove over 3 kids.
What?
Yeah,
Say
3
it again
kids.
properly, please. Don't think about the algorithm. Just say it. What do you mean? I didn't hear you.
There is a white Afrikaner boer. Apparently, he was drunk while he was driving, and he purposefully drove into 3
No,
girls.
he can't be drunk and then purposefully drove kids, drove through people.
I will tell you why I say
Drunk people do that.
Yeah, drunk people do that. So allegedly he was drunk because when he asked, when the police questioned him, he says, "I thought they were animals, but it was 3 girls, 3 kids,
When was
teenagers."
this? When
This
was
was
this?
about the 27th,
Of May?
27th of May.
Jeez.
Yeah, and the stupid thing that this guy did, he actually offered the families 20,000 rand and blankets
He
to
offered
keep quiet.
and they took it.
No, they didn't take it. But 20,000 rand and blankets. What?
The same dude.
The same dude.
Okay, so what you're saying here is about a week ago in South Africa,
Yes, KwaZulu-Natal.
a white boer in KwaZulu-Natal knocked with his car, knocked 3 girls,
Yes.
3 black girls.
Yes.
They kaput.
Kaput.
All 3 of them
Yes.
unalived. And then he says he was drunk.
He was drunk allegedly. And then while
I
he was
thought they were animals.
I thought they were animals.
But where were we? On the highway.
They were just in a sort of small towns. They were just like in the back road. I'm not really sure. But he
you're
was
not
just
sure.
like, yeah. But they were going home from school.
So what is the aggravating part about that story? The fact that he thought they were animals?
The fact that he thought they were animals and the fact that he actually wanted to offer the families 20,000 rand and blankets to shut up. Not to say anything, not to report it.
That is an unfortunate situation. We cannot really discuss so much on that. But there are things that happen in countries,
Oh,
whether it's America or Africa or whatever.
yeah.
But on a large scale, going back to our puppets before we take it back to Captain Ibrahim Traoré, most puppets, the moral of the story here is most puppets don't know how to manage. And this is why everybody loves what's happening in Burkina Faso. Because Burkina Faso is actually out here saving our faces as black people. Because some of these racist white people behind closed doors, the way they speak about this skin, that's why they say monkeys. You know why monkeys? Because monkeys don't think. At least Captain Ibrahim Traoré is out here saying, hey, no corruption, let's build. Let's do this. Let's stop importing. Let's build our own processing companies. Let's
Yes.
build roads.
Yes.
He goes to Russia and he tells Putin, look, the help is good. I appreciate the help. But more than just a handout, we want to know how to do it for ourselves. The best partnership that we can have with Burkina Faso and Russia is if you teach us how to do it for ourselves.
Yeah.
We really love the fact that some Burkinabés are out here in Russia studying. We'll encourage more to come, and for more, we'll give them bursaries. Better yet, we would love for you to come to Burkina Faso and duplicate some of these universities you have here in Russia in Burkina Faso. That's the kind of partnership that we are looking for.
That's true, because we want to be able to teach the people how to be able to do it for themselves. So rather let us have the infrastructure like similar to what Russia has.
Not necessarily, just
Yeah.
we want the knowledge. We will build whatever infrastructure we will build, but we want to be able to build our own.
Yes.
We don't need to have like the way you people do it, but teach us in the fields of technology and science and all this, so that we can be able to do it ourselves.
Yes.
Not just give us 10 million or just send arms. What you sending arms for? We need help in the field of education. This is what the leader of Burkina Faso, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, the leader of Africa, is out here exercising.
Yes, that's what he's focusing on.
Not like these puppets for example, let's go back to Kenya. They have no skills, but they're already taking money and want to fool people to say, no, this is because we're going to do this. You don't have any skills. You don't have any knowledge.
You're just creating these things, but you're not doing it.
Look, they're taking the money first
Yeah.
with the promise of we will build.
They made a whole presentation on why they need the money, but it was never fulfilled.
Burkina Faso is out here saying, give us the knowledge first. Puppets of Africa are saying, give us the money first. There's a difference there.
Show me the
puppets.
mullah. I want the mullah first, the puppet says.
The puppets. Even Rwanda is a puppet, that one. Some people like to fool it here to think as if Kagame is one of the best ex-presidents in Africa. Look how he's building Kigali. He's building Kigali off the backs of Congolese. So that Kigali has blood on it. In fact, if anything, if there's any Rwandese here, let's go. I told you uncensored. That Kigali should be the 27th province of the Democratic Republic of Congo. Hello. I just got somebody's attention. Yes, it's true. Many fake promises in Kenya. Too much.
Yes.
Because they come out here, they take money first. They don't have architects. What the architects? That's what Morara Kebaso was coming out here saying there's too many ghost projects.
He stands there. This is the stadium that was projected to be built by 2024. It is still like this.
There's too many ghost projects in Kenya.
Yes.
We need to expose the corruption. But now, they owe IMF so much, and then that's why they would come out here and exercise a finance bill like that. Very different to what? Very, very different to Captain Ibrahim Traoré.
Captain Ibrahim Traoré is busy donating agricultural equipment worth $179 million to a city just for them to be able to grow their own food supplies for the country.
Yes. $179 million worth of agricultural equipment.
Yeah.
Donated to these folks so that they can easily do their thing to protect food security for the people of Burkina Faso.
Yes.
Many road projects, but nothing. That's Kenya.
That's Ruto.
They love suits, these puppets.
The way that annoys me.
Look, that suit that they wear there. Why are you wearing that suit? That French European attire.
It's like, what work are you going to do in this suit? You might as well just put your jeans and t-shirt on. You nothing, man.
Captain Ibrahim Traoré is not just the head of state. He's a phenomenon, a symbol, and increasingly a movement. He's a movement. No,
that is the movement in itself, yes.
Not that is. He's a movement. According to this special statement here, he is the movement. We're not out here doing the movement. Like, what movement? No. He is, increasingly, he himself is the movement.
Yes.
When you see him, he's a symbol of global black resistance. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He is the movement. Without him, there's no movement. If any one of those freaking coups were to succeed, it's like, who will pick up the baton?
Yeah.
He's the movement.
This is the one we need to protect.
Since ascending to power in September 2022 at the age of 34, he has emerged as one of the most radical, defiant, and unflinching African leaders of the 21st century. In a continent long beleaguered by foreign domination, puppet regimes. They use the word puppet here, huh? I'm not the only one who uses this word.
No, man.
Like
Because
all the
it's
time.
true. It's true. Everyone knows puppets. Puppets are the people of Africa
They
leadership.
They use it there. I read it there. Puppet regimes and structural dependency. Traoré's arrival marked a psychological shift in the African subconscious, especially among the youth, Pan-Africanists, and the global black diaspora. Yes, this is the reason why I'm standing here, man.
Yes.
This is the reason why this particular stream is on now.
The global black diaspora.
Yes.
Yes.
He has what? What's the term they use there? His arrival marked a psychological shift. Psychological shift, right? Remember, we're always saying we need to awaken the spirit of the young man. The young man is out here sleeping.
Yes.
Black South Africa is out here sleeping. Black South Africa doesn't give a crap about the fact that there are whites-only towns. They're sleeping.
Black South Africa, you better get on it. That person also, person from Phil Craig. Oh,
Yes.
I went there.
We're here. We don't need to start going to that Phil Craig. That's like, Cape Independence. Black South Africa is sleeping.
Yes.
Even that, they know a little bit about Phil Craig. If you do. It's one of those guys. UK-born national trying to annex part of South Africa. Don't worry, that's another podcast. Nice and long. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Follow us for more. There are more to watch. But let's stick with the Captain. Let's just touch base on them to show the mismanagement of these puppets and the sleepiness of certain Africans. Yes. So the puppets that are leading our countries are mismanaging.
Definitely.
And the people themselves, our people, my people that I love so much, my African people, a lot of them are still sleeping. We need to wake them up. Traoré's arrival marked a psychological shift in the African subconscious. Some of them are waking up now. Some of them never entertained the spirit of African unity.
They're they're only learning about it now, basically. What is African unity?
No, they know about it, but they just never entertained it. Some of them are only entertaining it now. I'm sorry, Black South Africa, we have to come back to you again. See, there's a spirit of Afrophobia sometimes there. South Africa is one of the only countries where you can see Africans fight.
Yeah.
That act of xenophobia happened there twice on a huge scale, where a lot of people were unalived.
Yeah. That
South
people
Africans
with
and Nigerians, South Africans and Nigerians, Zimbabweans, go back to your country. Chidima, Miss Universe, what? Go back to your country, go back to your country. The spirit of Afrophobia. Yes, but since we have the Captain, it has somehow, that word came up here again, psychological shift in the African subconscious. It has to go deep into that South African guy. That's why some of them came. Some of them came out here to say, oh, that's why I did those TikToks. Remember those other podcasts we did when we said South Africa would never come out here and say Ibrahim Traoré is great.
Yes.
Those are the beginning days of Ibrahim Traoré. Now that Ibrahim Traoré is trending now again because of the whole Russia thing and the Michael Langley thing and the protest. Now that Ibrahim Traoré is now trending in the whole diaspora and the whole entire African communities out here.
Yeah.
South Africa, some South Africans are out here. Some of them are responding to those posts saying, we know him, we love him. What? Do we need to make billboards of him? They still come out with that tendency.
They come out with sarcasm. Yeah, before you weren't saying anything.
They were
but
not.
Please, now that he's being recognized and being understood by other people, you want to claim that you know him.
As a Pan-Africanist, it is also my duty to come out here and call out certain Africans that are not out here performing or participating, especially those that are out here actively doing something that takes us backward. The rules will come out here unapologetically and call your ass out. That's why sometimes they don't like me, because they're like, shut up, Shut up. Come back to your country. I said, shut up what? I love you forcefully, you. I will tell you the truth, even if I gotta hit you below the belt a little bit. Yes, it's the different spirit of a Pan-Africanism out here. Unapologetic Pan-Africanism.
Yes.
Long gone are those days of just begging you to unite. Now we have to tell them, your situation is like that because you're not thinking. You're sleeping.
Yeah, you're wasting time.
Anywho, it's not all of you. Okay? Please don't think that I feel like this about everybody. No. And it's not a specific South African. Okay? We're looking at the sentiments. We go against the sentiments. And we definitely come out here and denounce any form of false narratives. It's a narrative.
Yeah.
We're in the business of killing false narratives. That's what we are. When we see that a narrative is being pushed that shows hatred between certain Africans, we come out here and we do our best to kill it. And we call out those that are wrong. That's why we've also been very vocal against the Oval Office.
Hey.
Say you, there's no white G-side in South Africa. What's your problem?
No white G-side. My goodness. And even now, they've even quietly, they've actually done another group of white Boer refugees to US.
White South Africans.
Some more white South Africans, they went. More went, a second group.
But Black South Africa doesn't mind. Black South Africa wants them all to go.
Yeah.
No, look. I also agree with certain Black South Africans or Africans. If you see the Boers that are living, those are deplorables. Those ones that want to leave South Africa can hamba. They can go. We're not going to beg any Boer to stay. In fact, actually, those aren't Boers. The ones that are leaving are not Boers. They're not farmers.
Yeah.
No farmer out here is out here to leave acres behind to go and live as a freaking refugee in the US.
Of course not, man.
Those are the poor types of Afrikaners in South Africa that didn't even have the ability to make it in life with all that freaking white privilege that they had during apartheid days.
They want on their land, on their soil is like, they South African soil, they couldn't make it. So now they are going to the bottom of the food chain in another country.
Those Americans will be like, what? We don't prat Afrikaans here, man. There's no brandy and coke here. It's Tennessee.
There's no clippies.
There's no clippies. What you talking about? Boerewors. There's no boerewors here.
That boerewors is going to be so expensive.
Bulton, what, man?
Yeah, but they didn't get the best departure from South Africa anyway. They went commercial.
It's
and
fine.
they were just, they weren't chartered. They didn't get a nice little welcome.
If they want to go, they must go. By the way, we're talking about those white South Africans that are leaving. Apparently, Aline is just telling me now that apparently another group went, but they're trying to keep it hush-hush. Why are you keeping it hush-hush? Nobody gives a crap. They can go.
Yeah.
They're not true patriots. The true patriots, Afrikaners that we love so much, that believe that they are true descendants of the Dutch and that they have every right to be there and they're not racist. They are willing to share the land, some of that 70%, so that we can all live as a new South Africa, a true rainbow nation. Those particular Afrikaners we love. You understand what I'm saying? But those that are out here lying, entertaining these false narratives of a white G-side can go. They can send 10,000 freaking Boeings for them. We don't give a crap.
They must just go. But I don't know, they are doing it so quietly, even that they arrived last week Thursday.
Yes, Sol.
Yeah, they arrived last week Thursday in Atlanta. And they just emailed publications to the Trump administration. They emailed publications today only saying that refugees continue to arrive in the United States from South Africa on commercial flights, as per the Afrikaner resettlement program ongoing operation. The group has arrived on Thursday. Just like that.
White
no
folks.
fanfare, no nothing.
It's fine. We don't give a crap about fanfare. It's not supposed to have, but white folks.
White folks, they left.
White folks being white privilege. Hello. Are you guys mature? I believe you are. That's why you're here. Thank you very much for being here. Uncensored, unfiltered. We respect you. That's why we direct. So in 2025, there's a country out here on this planet called the United States
Yes.
that's out here making it known to the whole world that we don't give a crap about true G-sides that are happening in Sudan or in Congo or in Palestine. We don't give a crap about Afghanistan. Those are not humans.
You can't really you can't really say anything about Palestine because they are supporting Israel.
We don't care what you think. Basically, the in-your-face type of action, this thing, especially the first group that left. We're going to even send them a Boeing. We know there's no G-side. Do you think America believes there's a G-side?
He knows there's no G side, man.
Look, my friend, if you come out here and argue with America to try to explain to them, to try to prove to them that there's no G-side in South Africa, you are disrespecting yourself. The thing is, they know that there's no G-side. But it's not about that, huh? It's not about that. It's not about that. You people, you're entertaining the wrong freaking thing here. It's a show of power.
I can do what I want. I will stop the refugee program, but I'm going to take these white people from South Africa.
It's a show of power because even these other countries in the West also, like the UK, Europe, those brain people, those people that, you know how many people travel to South Africa and they go and chill there?
Yeah, of
You
course.
know how many Americans also travel to South Africa, they go and chill and they know there's no G-side.
Yes.
Yeah. They're quiet. They're quiet. They don't give a crap. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's a show of power. Look, even deeper than the show of power, on a racial thing, on a racial level. Because even Trump himself said, they're being unalive, they're terribly. I mean, it's crazy what's going on there. So we just want to help. I couldn't care if they're black or white or Chinese, makes no difference to me. But we just needed to help them, and so yeah, we're gonna do that for them.
Nonsense.
Pure crap.
Pure-
You don't care if they're black or white. You don't care about their skin color.
That's the only thing you care about Trump.
You are out here to just be a good Samaritan because some human beings were having it bad. But you don't know Congo, you. That's what I'm saying. Don't try to argue with them and try to explain to them that there's no G-side. Cyril Ramaphosa, it's not about that. It's not about that. We push narratives to pass bills. You understand?
To make sure he gets those signatures and say, yes, man, go ahead.
We're in the business of pushing certain narratives out here as the US so that our freaking Congress or our House can allocate the freaking funds, man. What the hell are you people doing? Look, I know there's no G-side. So you want to tell me, knowing that there's a G-side, Trump still signed the relationships to reset. He still resets.
He's still going ahead with AGOA.
So, but wait a minute. You said that there's a G-side. So why are you still going on with AGOA, and why are you still resetting these bilateral relations? I thought the deal was, no, we cannot do this, and we're gonna take the South Africans and shaky grounds.
The white South Africans.
We cannot do this.
Yes.
But why did you reset? So you reset, according to you and according to the word that we must take from you, Donald Trump, is you resetting relationships with a country that's out here committing that. Or
Why?
When did you change? Why did you reset? Okay, let me respond to this particular guy. I support Trump because he has a hot wife.
Oh,
and
my
he's a billionaire.
Lord. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry I read that one.
Yeah, my Lord.
I thought he was going somewhere. Oh.
It's such a shallow thing to say.
No. Don't entertain the shallowness. You just gave me a headache. That's why I said, I'm so sorry I read that one.
Yes.
It's the cool.
stupidity.
Anywho,
Apparently, it's about 8,000 applications that they are going through.
They can all go. 8,000 Afrikaners, you mean?
Yeah, 8,000 Afrikaner for refugee status in the US.
Anywho, let's get back to the Captain. Okay? Enough of these other puppets. No, we'll still come back to the puppets, but more. Defiance of neocolonialism. Severing the chains of France. One of Traoré's earliest moves as head of state was a decisive break from France, the former colonial master that had maintained deep economic and military control over Burkina Faso and the Sahel. Get up out of here, you leech, you parasite. By expelling French troops, shattering French military bases, and denouncing the influence of CFA franc, a currency created and controlled by France, Traoré declared, "We are not slaves. We are free people.
Yes, ma'am.
Enough is enough of this freaking crap. France, take your troops and go, and we don't care about this freaking franc."
Take it. We don't need your uniforms. We don't need your wigs. Get out. I am changing the names of the roads.
What do you mean wigs?
The wigs, in the judicial system.
You have to put it in context.
Oh.
They don't understand what you mean, wigs. I
Oh
was
yeah,
also
the
thinking,
wigs can
what
be
wigs?
anything, huh? Wigs can be anything. But the wigs in the judicial system, we take that British colonial things out of our judicial system.
Basically is, I know that you, France, are capable. You have the means to orchestrate assassination attempts, I know. And you some cara I know. But we don't care. We have more spirit. We will never give up. We will always continue to fight for our own self-respect and our own dignity. As a people, we are free people.
Yes.
That independence that they gave to most of these African countries in the 1960s was fake. This is why these freaking colonial masters, in this particular case, this healthy parasite of a France, is a healthy parasite, huh? Those gold reserves in France are a lot of bars, huh?
Oh,
They have so much gold there that they've stolen from Africa. So much. In fact, Burkina Faso told France, if you want to reset these relationships, you have to give back our gold. We all know. Burkina Faso only said that because they know they will never give it back.
of course.
It's another way of saying, look, we will never return to the table with you people. For the last 50, 65 years, man. Even way before we got supposed independence, you people have never benefited us. Since France was in Burkina Faso only built 3,000 kilometers worth of paved road.
Yes.
Many provinces and cities remained disconnected.
Yeah.
And since Captain Ibrahim Traoré, they're building 5,000 kilometers of paved road a year.
Come on. He's achieved.
Just 1 year beats decades.
Exactly. He's achieving more than what France ever. They didn't even want to do anything to build that country. They just wanted to loot from that country. That's it. So obviously they're only going to do a paved road to where they can get their mines, their gold and stuff, and take it out the country.
Yes, that's how they do. None of these colonial freaking people ever wanted to build anything in their colonies. Look, even, let me tell you something, even the danger that exists in the Sahel,
Yeah.
even if the US was to come back there, even if the troops, even if the French troops were to come back there, they were there for a long time, for years.
Yes.
But those terrorists were always there. You know why? Because they never want to eradicate them or get rid of them completely.
They're just nurturing them somehow.
They want Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, and some of these African countries to always need them. if we remove everything, if we remove the threat completely, these monkeys down there will get a big head. They'll never need us.
Yeah, of course. There was
They always have to need us. Of course, man. Just bring it down to normal life here. To normal life here. If there's this individual out here who has something that is beneficial to me, all I have to know is for me to continue benefiting from that which that he has, I have to give him something. So what must I give him? Let me find out what he desperately needs. I want to go and make sure that I'll be giving him bits and pieces of what he needs. I'm not going to go and give him everything and solve his problem completely. Oh, then he doesn't ever freaking need me.
Yeah.
But I need him. I'm France. I don't have any freaking mines up here.
I'm going to ensure that there's a hint of danger all the time, even while I'm there, so that there's a reason for my troops being there. I'm protecting you. You need me.
I'm so sneaky as France that if I detect a sense of independence in any one of my freaking colonies, if I have to, because my survival depends on it, I'll use some of these freaking terrorists for my own benefit.
Just to show that country.
You know, they say that France is nothing without Africa. If true, if that statement is true, think about it. If the statement is true that France is nothing without Africa, doesn't that automatically equal the fact that France will then do anything it has to do to continue to freaking survive?
Yes, of course. They will do anything to keep it.
So why aren't you entertaining the idea of the fact that they could be working with these freaking terrorists to continue to destabilize you so you don't become independent like that, so that you always need them? It's like ABC stuff.
Yeah, it's like you can never put it past the country.
It's not a conspiracy theory. Hey, trust your brain, huh? Trust your brain. Okay, my African guy? My African Gen Zs, please, trust your brain. The rules is here to just to give you the go-ahead. Go ahead and think. Go ahead and think like that. It's like that. You see, as African folks, where we are right now in 2025, in this modern day and age, knowing our history, that we've always been freaking oppressed and we are fighting for our future here, and we have all these Pan-Africanists out here trying to awaken the mind. You black guy, you African guy, you have every right to sometimes think worst case scenario. That's how you have to think.
Yes.
What is the worst case scenario of what these people are trying to do here? Could he be? 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 You have to think worst case scenario with these imperialistic people. If you come out here and give them the benefit of the doubt, my friend, you remain where you are for the rest of your life. Until Jesus comes back. You have to, because they are doing the thinking. Imperialism is out here thinking. Just imagine, just look at how things are now and try to understand this neocolonialism. Way before we were born. Even way, because you must always think, how come they all got independence in 1 year?
Because all of those countries, they sat together up there and said,
Yes.
let's see.
Colonized by different people.
Yes.
They all got 1960. Oh shit, somebody press a button or what?
Release.
All these colonizers just got along and all that.
Oh my gosh.
And neocolonialism. This act, anyway, remember where we were, resonated across Africa and the global black community. In a world where many African leaders remain diplomatically cautious or even subservient to former colonial powers, Ibrahim Traoré's move was akin to a declaration of a second independence. One not just of territory, but of a thought and spirit. You see that one?
Yes.
It's how you think, bro. It's not how you dress. It's how you think.
It's how someone uses their mind and how to
African
be
peop-
able to conquer something.
True. African people love to dress.
Yes.
Go to Congo. They
I
love
have to
to
look
dress.
good.
I'm looking good. Every year, most of these colonies, they get up here with their flags and they go out on the freaking streets and sing Independence Day. What independence?
They take their public holiday and they just say, this is my Independence Day. From who and from what? They are still ruling you people.
They come out here and pretend.
It's like the stupid national anthems that they always sing and taking so pride out of. No, man, it's not true. They are still pulling the strings.
You know, yes, it's neocolonialism. This white mulungu already made sure that by the time we say you are independent, we will say you are independent. You never took it, huh?
We gave it to you.
They gave them independence.
You didn't fight for it.
That's not independence. Who gives independence? Who's in the business of giving independence here?
It's basically you sort of got fired, but you're still on pension with him.
These imperialistic country who had all these African colonies by the balls like this, with the potential of discovering more natural resources in there, just decided to come out here and say, Khalas,
I'm done with you guys.
God told me it's not right what we were doing. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
No strings attached. You're independent. African guy. Next time you go out to sing, we are independent. This is Nigeria is the 1st of October. And then Pandas, Tanta. I mean, Congo also. Man, this is fake independence. Colonial pact was signed for the continuation of colonization.
Yes.
You have we France, we have the first right of refusal. Anything you discover in your country there, you must first give it to France. Only France can train your troops. You understand, Wena? You shall keep your bank reserves with France. Yes. Held by the balls, held by stratum. Yes.
Simple.
Yes. And then these are the funding forefathers. Because back in that 1957, that Mali and Guinea, they tried to play hard. No, we're not signing. They put concrete in all these sewage pipes and destroy the whole freaking thing. They taught everybody else a lesson by using those two countries as an example.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then they all came out here and signed. People like Rule Patrick are just wise. Oh, Milo, thank you very much. You from Kenya, right?
That's the Kenya,
That's
yes.
the Kenyan Gen Z.
Yes.
Kenyan person. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. We're just trying. It's crazy. Reclaiming African resources for Africans. This is what Captain Ibrahim Traoré is doing. He is saying, doesn't make sense. Why are we using this money, this franc? We need to create our own central bank. Why are we holding our money with France? No, we need to,
It's such a stupid thing anyway. Why is the money in France so far away? The stupid puppets.
So far
That
away.
actually,
That money gets printed in France.
that's what I'm saying. It's so far away. Why is it there?
Why is it
Goodness.
there?
Yes.
Because France wants it there.
Stupid. No, I'm thinking
There's
of
no
the past.
Look,
This is the
look.
past puppets that were there. So come on, you weren't
look.
thinking.
It's not. You're not thinking. They didn't have a choice in this even the independence they gave them, they forced it upon them because of the way we want the world to be. Puppets had no say in 1960 and fought for its independence and fought for its independence and fought. It's only when these heads of states get in power and then they see the documents before them that they go, oh shit, I'm just a puppet. There's nothing I can do.
I just have to go with the flow.
Before I do this, I must have a meeting there. Before I do this, I must have a meeting there. Before I try this, I must consider this. There's nothing I can do. I must just steal money. Yes.
Yeah.
That's why they have Paul Beer there.
Because he knows the system. He's mastered the system.
It serves the masters well when the puppets are in place for decades. We don't need to train these puppets. Why do we need to train another puppet, man? Traoré represents a growing cadre of African leaders who believe Africa's wealth belongs to its people, not multinational corporations or external powers. Under his leadership, under Captain Traoré's leadership, you see why I'm happy? You see the joy? You see how I just want to say this thing? Because it's nice, huh?
Yes.
Because it's self-respect. He's doing things to give us black people self-respect. Gold mining contracts are being recognized to favor Burkina Faso interests. Emphasis is placed on local ownership and sovereign control of resources. Calls are growing for a pan-African economic bloc that is not reliant on the West or on exploitative global trade deals. Sure.
It's not reliant on exploiting their gold reserves. Yeah.
This assertion is not just about gold, it's about black dignity. Like I was saying, that word dignity is the most important thing. Here. You need your dignity, my brother. Oh.
Without a proper dignity, you cannot stand up straight in front of another person, man.
Even us people in the malls, at the cashier, that's what we're facing here. And that's a black guy. In that Heathrow airport every time. Not me, huh? Me, I already come like a lion. Whether it's Dubai or Heathrow or Charles de Gaulle in Paris, the moment I land there, I'm already coming with a don't fuck with me type of look. It's true, man.
Yes.
That's the only choice some of us have here.
Yes.
We come already with that thing of, hey, don't show me that freaking tendency. Don't come up here. Don't misunderstand things here. I'm a smart mourner. I'm a Django. I'm a Pan-Africanist. I will stand up here and talk all day and tell you don't ever try that crap.
you remember we were going through airport security. I'm not going to mention the airport. We were going through airport security, and me and you are walking. Obviously, we are two different skin colors. I'm white, you're black, and they had just gone past me, and they just said, "Put your bags there, scan it." To you, and you said, "Why?" Because I'm black.
Really?
You remember?
No,
you don't remember. Yeah, yes.
Was it here?
Yeah, years back.
Years back, years back.
Yes, years back. You don't remember?
I don't remember, but that sounds like something I would say. Like yesterday, in the supermarket.
Yes.
We wanted something from that cashier from the counter, but she didn't have it, and she was calling that black lady there, and she says, "Give me the black one.
Yeah.
Give me the black one." But the girl couldn't hear, and then I turned and I said, "The black one. The one that's like you. The one that's black like you." It's true, man.
Yes,
it's
true.
sensitive out here. Those that are sensitive about the skin are the ones that are doing funny things against the skin.
Yeah.
It's true.
You must be able to just say it.
The ones that pretend like they don't see color, those are the ones you must watch out for. I don't see color. There's something wrong with you.
You have to see color.
There's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
I see you are black. You. I mean, come on, man. You are black. You are white. It's very simple. This is white. This is not black. Anywho, it's good not to be a racist. By the way, we're not racist.
No, we're not.
There's still some stupid people here who would think maybe we are. Just imagine, there's a lot of people in this world, huh? It's funny how we sometimes just assume like they will think like us. So people are out here thinking disgusting things. Isn't it funny how we assume everybody to just be logical?
Yeah. Just to be on the same wavelength.
You just trust the way you think, right?
Yes.
What's wrong with you? They're actually thinking, no, it's you. Why do you like everybody? Why do you want unity? They're out here. Some of them are out here thinking disgustingly like that. But Patrick, what do you want? Why do you want unity in the first place?
What is going to serve you?
We love drama. Some of them are out here hoping that Putin drops a freaking nuclear bomb on as retaliation on nothing on Ukraine. Some people just want shit to heat the fan.
They love it.
It's not everybody, it's not everybody with love inside them.
Yeah.
It's not all Africans either who want African unity. You see that borderless Africa that we are fighting for, that we want so much. It's not every African that wants it, huh? Don't just...
No.
There's some Africans here who don't want the African unity that we're fighting for.
They are happy with the way they are.
Some of them want competition. They want to always be known for... Actually, nobody's known for this. But they want to be known as if they are the best. You understand? Actually, just bring this whole country to country thing. Bring it all the way down to the cookout. Bring it to the cookout and think about the conversations you have with your girls or with your boys. It's always a spirit of freaking competition. Two neighbors. Oh, look at my car. Look at his car. You see, even among the same race, they still will never truly accept one another. It'll always be, we have the biggest house on this road. Huh?
We can always do a one-up. Somebody always has to do a one-up on another person.
But his car is not like ours. That's a small one. That's 2017, man. Ours is 2025. Huh? Look, we're not on the same level. Huh?
Our pool is better than theirs. Our pool is bigger, man.
You have to dress up, huh? You know she likes to dress up. You have to dress up. I don't want her walking with her freaking bags like that.
You must smell nice, huh?
Yeah. You see that spirit?
Yes.
That spirit of competition that exists domestically or socially and culturally, even among the same skin as the same people. Now, groups of people sometimes also think like that.
Yes.
As nationalities. We are the Rwandese. What? You're not. What do you mean you're the Rwandese?
Your Kigali is nothing, man.
Look here, it's not even like your Kigali is nothing. You Rwandese don't have any freaking morals. I'll tell you why you don't have any freaking morals. Because uncensored. I didn't tell you to come to this stream. Take it. That G-side that happened in 1994 in Kigali.
Yeah.
Was supposed to teach the Rwandese people the importance of life, how to value life. But they took that and they are now exercising it on another group of people, on the Congolese. That's because their own leader actually initiated somehow that shit on their own people. That's why it's all they know. That's why the same leader that took powers in that G side is the same leader that's out here now doing the same thing with M23 and all these freaking RPF against the Congolese people.
Yes.
That's why that freaking war has taken 30 years in Congo between Rwanda and the DRC. 15 million to 17 million people have lost their lives. It's the same freaking orchestrators, like an orchestrator. How do you call that person who stands in front of a choir? In front of the choir.
The composer.
Those people.
Yes.
It's that one. That Kagame, that one. And that Museveni. Those Great Lakes people. And also this Joseph Kabila is a small puppet compared to...
no neck.
Is a small puppet compared to Paul Kagame and Museveni. Yeah, the small one. He started dancing with them for 18 years only. Understand?
He's a part-time dancer.
Yes. But that Kagame and that Museveni, the conductor, yes.
Oh, conductor, there we
And that
go.
Museveni, since the freaking 90s, they were already planning that whole freaking crap, that mess. It's crazy, huh?
Yeah, that Kabila. Kabila always annoys me when I see him now. Just see him smiling in the photos. Just because of his no neck. Just his no neck to means he has got no backbone, no thing to. He's just a treasonous guy. That's it.
That one, he's back in Congo to steal.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Pan-Africanism in action, the alliance of Sahel states. Captain Ibrahim Traoré has become a central figure in the formation of the alliance of the Sahel states, AES, a confederation between Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. The alliance was born from necessity. Faced with terrorism, sanctions from ECOWAS, those puppets, and abandoned by Western allies, these nations turned inward and towards each other. Yes. Fuck the West. Fuck the ECOWAS. Let's do it ourselves.
Yes.
Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger.
Yes.
When we form that confederation, to be self-reliant, we're gonna do it ourselves, not to be puppets. But it has grown into something more, a political and military bloc grounded in African solutions to African problems. AES is working on establishing joint defense mechanism, that confederation.
That is to be a very powerful thing. Once they can join.
They are already joined,
Yeah.
but once it can be effective.
Yes, that's what I was trying to say. It's like once it's properly aligned and properly sought out, that they are military aligned, they'll be indestructible.
They have to, like, they're still going through training. They're still going through the whole designing of that. How will it actually work? You know?
Yeah.
Leaders have called for a single currency, joint infrastructure, and shared governance models. Same way. It's like it can become one country, huh?
Yes.
And then it will be the biggest country in Africa. Bigger than Algeria. Bigger than the Democratic Republic of Congo. And perhaps maybe even one flag.
One
knows?
flag.
Who knows? That's because this spirit of African unity, it's not going to be all 54 countries that's going to come out here and say, okay, we're ready. Like they played them in 1960. When all of them came out, okay, we're independent. It's not also going to happen, okay, we all won. Nah. It's this mushroom in West Africa that has to grow.
Yes. It has to extend. It has to blossom nicely.
But some of these countries need to come out here and exercise some balls. And not be so freaking scared like this. Yes, like that's Senegal. Senegal is just talk. Senegal just talks. Senegal, you just talk. You don't make any action.
That is a little
They just
boy, that
talk,
fire.
yeah. You see, those Senegals, they don't know if they want to be independent or not. They actually don't do it then because you're not ready yet.
No, it's
You're gonna
not.
mess up everything there.
Such a confused thing. That's how, even, what did they said something 2 weeks ago, something, that they were going to do something. Nothing materialized.
Look, those ones, that Senegal is sleeping, man. That Senegal is out here to try to fool people. Hello from Papua New Guinea in the Pacific Ocean. Hello, 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 hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Okay, I think that's enough for today, huh? Guys, thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate you. We've been on for almost 2 hours, an hour and a half. Tomorrow we're still coming on live and we'll be on earlier.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll be on earlier. We just love to come out here and just echo again the great works that Captain Ibrahim Traoré is doing and give us great joy. So if you haven't subscribed, subscribe and join our membership community.
And hit the notifications so that you'll always know when we are coming on live.
Yes, because a lot of the times it's spontaneous. Oh, Andrea. Oh, I missed your show. Oh, yeah, Andrea will be on tomorrow. Because she just said hello.
Yes. Yes.
We've been on for an hour and a half already. Thank you so much for your wise words. Appreciate you. These people are so respectful out here.
Yes, much
I
love.
like the
Yes.
crowd we have here, huh?
Yes, it's nice.
King Traoré is ordained by heaven. Yes. Andrea, notification, become a member and all of the above. Special, and then we can communicate also directly. Every member, we are able to communicate directly.
Yes, she'll give you access to our Discord. And you'll be able to communicate and say, what up? And directly you'll know. You'll be first to know that we are online.
Yes, that's it. That would be amazing. Yes. All right, my people. Thank you very much. Appreciate y'all so much. All is well. Stay cool. Stay fresh. Stay fresh.
Stay fresh, huh?
Yes. You have to stay fresh. Don't let them call you a monkey.
No way. Be sharp.
Black people have it hard, huh? Black people have it hard. Hey, you have to do the extra work as an African person. Yes, you have to go the extra mile because they expect it. They expect it. We need to come out here like Django Unchained.
Yes.
Completely freaking different with it. Anyway, much love, people.
Much love, guys. God bless.
Later.
Later.